The one-arm push-up, a great and cool-looking move, but definitely one of the harder ones. To master this move, let's cover the prerequisites, technique, steps, and at the end, some useful tips and exercises. And before you attempt any exercise, have an extensive warm-up, as this move puts a lot of stress on your elbows and your joints. Let's get right into it. First of all, the prerequisites. Before you even think about the one-arm push-up, I highly recommend that you're able to do at least 30 clean push-ups. That has two reasons. First of all, you obviously need some upper body strength, otherwise no chance. And secondly, if you don't have experience with push-ups, the chance of getting hurt during the one-arm or during the one-arm exercises is just much higher. It's like going for the full planche immediately without having ever made a tuck planche. Alright, let's quickly go through the technique. Let's start from the bottom. You go into the regular push-up position and you open your legs. And then you have to put your feet parallel on the ground while they both point to the front. This is already a crucial step to master the one arm. You keep your upper body under tension, you remove one arm, and now, and this is really important, you bring your pushing arm into the center of your body. Just like as if you would do diamond push-ups, but just with one arm. That's quite important, because otherwise the lever is just too big and you won't be able to push up. And it also makes the move easier. You go down slowly and then you push up without, and that's the key here, shifting your hips. Do you see the difference? Additionally, try to keep your shoulders at around the same height. Certainly, many can do this, but this one here is on a completely different level. This move is still a push-up. That means don't do this and neither this. And for additional flex, put your arm behind your back. More tips at the end of the video. Now let's come to the steps, which you can see basically as milestones, and you can use this as orientation. That are the exercises and milestones I focused on, but we are all different. Yours might look completely different than mine. Be open for changes and add additional exercises. After this section, I will show you some useful ones. Step number 1 is the archer push-up. I recommend that you can do at least 20 of them. Why? Because the archer push-up simulates the muscle engagement of the one-arm push-up a lot. But as both arms are of course on the ground, it's much easier. Step number 2, use a block or object for additional height. I'm grabbing this bar here, but you can also use of course a chair, a bottle, whatever. The most important thing here is that you focus and concentrate on the pushing arm. Of course, also do not forget to shift your balance so that the pushing arm is in the center of your body. Do this until you can do 10 to 15 push-ups on one side. Step number 3, use your fingers. The great thing at this step is that you can nicely track your progress and increase difficulty finger by finger. Start with 5 fingers and then work your way to 1. What's extremely important here is that you do not focus on the fingers. Honestly, you might break them. If you cannot do it with 5 fingers, then be sure that you will not be able to do it with 1. And whenever you do this, do not forget you are training for the one arm push-up. That's why your focus must be on this one arm. The fingers are just there for additional minimal support, but not more. If you would equally distribute your weight there and push with both sides equally, this exercise would not make any sense. Again, make sure to be able to do at least 10 to 15 with one finger support. Step number 4 is the negative one-arm push-up. This is for sure much tougher than the other exercises. You completely remove your supportive arm, you stretch it to the side or you lean it onto your body. You go down as slow as you can. The closer you come to the ground, the harder it will be, and the more your hips will shift. And this is exactly the crucial point in this exercise. You gotta keep the form straight. Go down with one arm and then you can push up with 2. The last and final step, the full one arm push-up. After all this struggle, this result will be worth it. You keep body tension and keep a clean form at all times. In addition to these steps, I would like to introduce you to these amazing exercises. Number 1, the elevated one arm. You simply do the one arm push-up on a higher elevated surface. The higher you are, the easier it is, and the lower you go, the harder it gets. A fantastic exercise for the beginning. Next one, the one arm scapulae push-up. This exercise is especially good for your shoulder and for your upper back. The only thing you push is your shoulder, and this is also great to getting used to the correct form. The third exercise is the one arm diamond. But here you only go down with one arm, but you go up with two. I recommend this exercise if you are at around step 4. And the last exercise I want to present today is the knee one arm push-up. You might think that this is easy, but it's actually really tough. It's also harder to keep the balance here. But if you are at step 4 or 5, this is certainly a fantastic addition. Finally, I would like to give you a couple of tips which helped me in shortening the time of learning the one arm. Tip number 1, do whatever you do slowly. The slower you do it, the more muscle engagement you have. This certainly has an effect on gaining muscle mass and strength faster. Tip number 2, spread your legs. The closer your legs are, the harder this move is. That's simply because of physics. Tip number 3, train both sides equally. Trust me, you do not want to be this person who's only strong on one side. That might lead to imbalances and so on. Finally, the last tip, which helps me in any move I do, is keeping a strong focus. Whenever you push, whenever you go down, whenever you do anything, focus on the specific muscle groups engaged. There are even studies which show that focusing on specific muscle groups while working out engages them and activates them more. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope that you will master the one arm push-up. It will be for sure a great addition to your repertoire. And before you move on, don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials, workouts and useful tips and information. Take care and see you next time.